You are now recording. So we are recording. And you can still see my screen, right, Molly?
Yeah.
Right. So you're looking at my red booth screen.
Yes.
Okay, great. So hopefully that's what is recording here. I want to record this just so to memorialize this. So we're going to do Coast Villas. We'll start with our list here. And all of this stuff is very, very important. We'll know that the stuff that is in construction or going towards construction is probably the most important to get registered. So we're going to do Coast Villas. So let's do a couple things here. Coast Villas is so far along, we can double check inside of um, Procore. And we can get the information here, and then we can also reference the drawings because we're going to need the address information and some square footage information. So we'll use the information that comes off the architectural drawings to start. So I'll filter for architectural and call it general sheets. So let's see, title sheet. Let's see what that looks like. Let's see what it has. Yeah, that has a lot of information here that we'll probably need. Okay, so now I'm going to go to uh, Lead Online. Leadonline.com. Okay, and I'm going to proceed to login. And then I'm going to check my login information here to see if it's anything crazy. Okay, do you see the password?
Yeah.
I'll make sure that this ends up on LastPass eventually, but just make a note of it. CORE, all capital, and then it goes to Volution exclamation point. Okay, so I'm just going to copy that. And I'm going to use my email address and my password. Yep, got it. And now I'm in. Okay, and I'm going to come up here and let's see if I can get my pen up here real quick. Starting up. There it goes. All right, so I'm going to come up here and I'm going to go to homes. Okay, you can create new projects. If you create a new project, it may not do it in homes. So I always like to start in homes. Homes. And then when you're in homes, what you'll probably see is it's defaulting to all of our projects that have gone through LEED for Home certification. There should be about 30 of these at this point. Okay, and I'm going to come in here and I'm going to say create new homes project. This is good. This one is easy. It's an individual project. In some cases, I might want to do a bulk project. Like Esperanza might be a bulk project. It's one site with two buildings on it, a family building, a senior building. Every building needs to be uniquely registered. So we'll get to some projects where we'll have 10 different buildings. Like Arrowhead Grove, for example, phase 4 has 9 unique buildings. So it's a bulk registration. Under that, there is unique projects. So we'll do an individual to start, and then later on, I might come back and do a bulk registration with you to show you how you do that. Okay.
Okay.
So for now, it's going to be Coast Villas. Let's double check the name, Coast Villas. Okay. And the rating system is LEED. Yeah, we're going LEED BD and C, building design and construction, homes, and multifamily low rise. Okay. So the critical thing here is how many stories is the building? If it's 3 stories and less, it's a low rise building. If it's 4 stories and taller, it's a mid rise building. And it just occurs to me how many floors? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So 4-story building is a multifamily mid rise building. And now Bells and whistles are going to go off for us because we're going to say, oh, after I register, I got to remember now I've got to coordinate a LEED for Homes energy modeling review. One of the things I forgot to mention about the energy modeling reviews is we only do those for mid-rise buildings, 4 stories and taller. You don't have to do the energy modeling review for the low-rise building. You do have to do the ASHRAE calculations for the low-rise buildings. Select the building type, multifamily, 4+ stories. Okay, so if you ever get here, always check your drawings or go onto Procore. For stuff that's in construction, it's Procore. For stuff that's earlier on, you're probably gonna have to look at the drawings to verify the number of stories. Builder name, let's stick with National Community Renaissance. Well, we should just probably change it at some point, National Core. It used to be, it's National Community Renaissance lives very, very low, but we've have, I think, trademark issues so that they've started to use National Core a little bit more. And let's just double check nationalcore.org. Yeah, National Core. So let's just use that and see if it allows us to do that. The green rater here, let's go with Walker Wells. See if it starts up. It's spinning, spinning, spinning. Thinking, can I find Walker Wells? Okay, and it's going to continue to spin. Come on. And while it does that, I'm going to do something else. It's asking for gross floor area. Let's go into the drawings here and see if we can find the gross building area here. Okay, so when we got to find stuff like this, hunt around the drawings because there's generally for building permitting processes, they've got to identify overall building square footage, construction types of construction. When we build out of wood, there are limitations on how big the building is. So you can generally find the overall square footage on the cover sheet. It's 45,381. So let's just do this 45,381. Okay, and the total conditioned square footage here, here's what we got to do. This information, and we get, they charge our certification fees based on the conditioned square footage. The conditioned square footage has to be equal to what's shown in the energy model for the project. So we'll come in here. Let's go back to Coast Villas, energy model, CBEC, PRF01 is the official name of the report. And then let's see, we want this one. It's the B's PRF01 250603. So let's open this one up. And then in this, you can see total building conditioned square foot, 29,010. Uh, 39,010. So we come back here and we say 39,010. And this is going to drive me crazy. Oh, there it is. Yeah, okay, cool. There's Walker. Got it. All right, so gross square footage, I got it from the drawings. Conditioned square footage, I got it from the Title 24, and I will always go back when I'm about to pay my certification fees later on, which we'll go through later. We'll always go back to see if the conditioned square footage has changed. And if it has changed before we pay anything on the certification side, we got to make sure it matches because I've screwed this up too many times and not made the change, and it's off by 100 square feet, and they won't process our certification. They say you've got to go back and get this fixed. Okay, the number of units, we can generally find that in the drawings. Here's the unit mix, 56 total units. Okay. Sometimes you got to hunt for it. Today, it's really, really easy. 56 total units. Total number of stories is 4. Our LEED for Homes provider is Greg Consulting. And we know that because we know that Walker works with Greg. This is affordable. Don't check either of these boxes. We don't care. We're building from scratch. It's definitely not a historic building, and it's not private. We don't care. So we're going to do, let's go National Core. I'll be the representative. We are a nonprofit. You can put my email. And the 909-483-2444 is right off of the website. That's the front desk. The project address now, like carefully here, we got to go back to the drawings. 1111 South Coast Highway. 1111 South Coast Highway. Oceanside. And zip code is 92054. 92054. Okay, and then hit that little button and just say, yeah, that's my location. Really nice location, right on the beach, pretty close to the beach, safe and close. Beautiful site. And now say continue. Oh, organization not found. Okay, so we're going to go back to National Community Renaissance. I thought they might not care. Get rid of that. No, that's not us. National Community Renaissance. Yeah, that's it. All right, so they do care. I mean, back when I started, it was National Community Renaissance, and core it was shortened to National Core, and then they figured out that somebody else somewhere was already called National Community Renaissance, so they started rebranding as National Core. Too late. We don't care. I don't think anybody's going to sue us over this. So now we say continue. Validating inputs. Scroll to the bottom and say I agree. Don't have to worry about reading it. We've done the analysis on this. We know it's in the agreement. Process. And then here's what I want to do. I want to see if once we get this done, as it's registering the project, it's saying project registered successfully, you should be done. And then you send me an email and say, hey, the project's already registered. Can you break out the credit card and go in and pay? And then I go in and I break out my credit card and I pay. And then we get the receipt and we download the receipt, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So the question is now, if I say, so it's got all the information, we can double check it. Coast Villas, mid-rise, 39,000, 10 square feet. Registration fee is $1,200. Silver member discount. I gotta make sure that I update our membership. They give us $300 off. Thank you for your benefits. Do that later. So I think at this point you can probably log off. I'm just going to go ahead and say pay now, and I'm going to do the credit card. Oh, 91730. Okay, loading the credit card. It is that one. It is that one. 099. And you're done. Okay, so what should happen out of this is like what I'm going to do really quickly, just in case, is I'm going to take a screenshot of this. Like I'll print the order, and I'm just going to take a screenshot just in case. But I should get an immediate email. And what I need is like I need this for, it's a corporate credit card. So when I do my center expenses, everything that's on the corporate credit card for me, I need to go in and immediately upload a receipt. So don't worry about all that stuff. When you get ready to pay, just log off and I should be able to go in. And if you tell me what the project name is, if you're logging in as me, then everything should be ready to go. So that's the end of the registration. So what I'm going to do, Molly, unless you have questions, I'm going to stop the recording. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right. So that's it. So I'll